Hi autoevolution team, this is Rezvan. I'm here with Stefano Roccatello. He's the owner of this beautiful 1969 Dodge Charger. Guess what? Come over here, let me show you something. Come over here. It's a 440 Magnum. Yep, it's a good one. And he's gonna tell us the story about this car. Stay tuned.
This is a Charger 1969. It's a restored car.
Okay.
It's not a matching number, of course, because has a, how to say, long story, this car. I bought this car that was just a chassis. The previous owner just looking for a drag race car, but for any reason he decided to dismiss and
Strap it.
Yeah. At that time, the car was just a chassis with some race part. I decided to approach a visit in Torino just to see how is the car, etc. Finally, when I saw the car, just a chassis, was impressed because, you know, empty car, nothing. The engines was not there.
So this is not the original engine?
No, it's not the original.
What engine does it have in it?
When I saw the car, nothing.
It had no engine?
No engine. The engine was just in the box. In the wooden box is a 512 CU, just for drag racing. But the original engine, I don't know exactly where it was.
Where did you buy this engine from?
The engine was just in the workshop where I bought the car, because the owner of the workshop has a great passion for Mopar, as many engines. Yeah, the engine was totally rebuilt by 2000 Motor in Torino, which is quite famous in Italy to restoring American cars.
And what engine would this be?
It is a 440 CU. Is the biggest engine for this kind of car in 1969, if we exclude the Hemi, at least for a cubic inch. I asked for redoing in the original way. Also, the exhaust pipe is original. I asked
those manifolds.
Yes, the manifolds is original. The intake, everything except for carburetor and some part which make the car steady. Otherwise, when you're driving, maybe you can have...
So the engine runs more reliably?
More reliable, yes.
Okay.
It's more reliable. But the message from me to the workshop, I want to restore the car as much original as possible in order to, you know, not varying too much from the original standard.
Did you make other modifications to it? Except for the ignition system?
Ignition system, and finally we have a vintage air condition, which is just for this model, especially developed for this model. For the rest, everything is original. All the parts 1969.
For the engine? And for the rest of the car, did you modify anything on the car?
No. Okay. The front part has the brake with the disc instead of the drum, because it's more safe for daily driving, let me say, especially because I live in the hill, so it's not very safe to...
Do you like driving it at speed?
Yeah, I like very much.
Okay.
I like very much. The engine is very prompt, and the power, I think, is enough. Consider.
Is it comfortable? Would you like to show us the interior?
Yeah, sure.
Is it the original interior?
Most of the parts are original. Dashboard, all the moldings are original, and you can see that there are some waveform due to
imperfections.
Imperfections. Due to the age. No, this is new one.
Hopefully it's not from 1969.
But most of the parts is coming from 1969, and I try to maintain as much original as possible. Of course, some parts cannot be found. So, for example, this mold is new one, is a reproduction, but not all the parts can be found.
Can be original,
Yeah, some parts I bought by myself in United States. Also, the steering wheels I bought in one market, you know, and I restored it by myself in order to have the original steering wheels.
You redid this personally?
Yes.
Anything else that you've done to this car?
the seats.
The seats.
Yes, front seat and back seat. I just dismantle. I just sanding the bottom chassis,
Yeah.
all the springs, etc.,
Yeah.
because it was rusted. So I spray sand just to clean up, paint, and then put the new foam
Yeah. The cushions.
and the new covers, and then I refix all.
And you bought these or did you make them?
The cover I
upholstery.
both, but the installation and all the work just to achieve the final goal is made by myself.
Oh, you did it yourself?
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, how much was the steering wheel?
When I bought this
Yeah.
one, $110, but it was totally destroyed, some part missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just prepare with some compound, bi-component compound, and then repaint and clean up some parts. But also this one is original. You can see there are some dots.
Yep.
I don't want to touch. I don't want to repaint because it's not original. So I try just to clean up and to maintain the design of the age. For me, is important. Otherwise, it's brand new car, but this car is coming from 1969. So I love to leave some parts. Also, these parts, you can see there are some imperfection, but this is original.
This is original to the car,
Yes.
console. The center console is original to the car.
Exactly.
For a 55-year-old console, this looks splendid, I must say.
The only new things is just the TikTok.
Okay.
This is the new one. You can see also the color is different a bit from the
because
others.
that's white and this is a bit
Yes, white
yellow.
and the other are yellow,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Where did you find that?
I bought in United States. There are some company that rebuilt.
So that's a reproduction. It's not an original
There's a
equipment.
reproduction. Yes,
Okay.
a reproduction.
Was it expensive by any chance?
It's about 600 euro.
600 euros for the tic-tac-toe.
Yes, just for this part.
Tic-tac, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a very expensive hobby.
Finally, yes. Let me say that I do step by step.
Mm-hmm.
This car takes about a little bit more than 1 year to be restored from the chassis to the condition that you can see now. And then aside, I did some homework, let me say, for the interiors. Some part of the interiors installed by myself, etc., in order to calm down the cost. Otherwise, you know, the cost in the workshop is very, very high.
Have you ever done a grand total for what you spent on this car?
Not really, but I think we should be just below the 100,000 euro.
Okay.
Just below 100,000 euro, more or less.
For a restored car in this condition, I'd say that's a pretty decent amount. Still, very expensive, but a pretty decent amount. Do you like driving it?
Yeah, I like very much driving this car because there is a big power, and I like the imperfection in driving, especially in the steering wheels.
It's not very responsive.
Let me say there are some gap because this is all technology, finally.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the feeling of that ear because if you change everything and and the car become too modern, why you should buy a 1969 car? I buy it because I want to feed the feeling of the people in 1969. This car is coming out from the line production with 375 horsepower and was unbelievable to me. Just thinking at that time from the standard line production, such a powerful car come out.
How often do you drive it? Do you take it just to car shows or?
Let me say every week. Every week.
Every week.
Weekend,
okay.
In the weekend, I like to wake up in the morning, like a Saturday, and take the car. Also to go to buy a cheese, for example.
Your neighbor must love it when you start the car.
Yeah, sure. Very much, very much.
Has anyone asked you if you want to sell this car?
Some.
And what did you say?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I love it, and I enjoy very much. And till I enjoy driving, and I enjoy to to attend this meeting, like here in Lignano and somewhere else. I don't want to sell.
What other cars do you have?
I have this one, and I have one Corvette 1977. Then I have one Ram 1500 and one Challenger S60 for daily use.
Out of the 4 cars that you have, which one's your favorite?
This one, for sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.